Let's see what's going on. So, as y'all know, with the rumors and theories of Haitians eating cats and dogs and, frying up the poodles and grilling the cats, there's obviously been a level of discomfort amongst Haitian descended influencers on the right. Sneako is also really, really upset about the theories of Haitians eating animals. By the way, Haitians are not eating animals in Springfield, but MAGA is running with this like crazy. Sneako is really uncomfortable with the fact that people are talking about this, joking about this, blah, blah, blah. And Andrew Tate is now basically embracing race realism, white nationalism, and Sneako's been embracing it for quite some time. I don't know why he's mad at Andrew Tate for doing it, because Sneako's been doing it for a year. He's been buddies with Nick Fuentes for a year. I don't know why Sneako's acting brand new. Here's the funny thing, it was fun for them when they were making fun of like American blacks. Now that they're coming after Haitians, Sneako's upset. It's like, no. Racism is bad, period. You can't like take a slice. I want the best slice of racism, please and thank you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, bro. This is insanity. So here's what Sneako said. Sneako said this. Sneako said, soon people will know the truth about the beautiful country of Haiti. Now, y'all can imagine the comment section on this tweet. Y'all can imagine the comment section on this tweet. Oh, that is true. Kodak Black, that's interesting because Trump pardoned Kodak. I wonder what Kodak feels right now. Kodak probably is not even paying attention. Kodak is kind of like Lil Wayne. I don't think Kodak knows what's going on. Like Lil Wayne don't even be paying attention to stuff that be going on. Like, I don't think Kodak knows what's going on at all. I think he's kind of just minding his business. So Sneako says, quote, the white supremacists are totally right in response to Andrew Tate. Sneako says, this goes against the This goes against the core fundamentals of Islam. God did not, in fact, choose any race as supreme. And if you believe so, you're Jewish. Okay. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. And if you believe so, you're Jewish. So apparently, here's the thing that blows my mind, right? Is like, Nick Fuentes constantly sits there and, talks crazy about other races of people. And then when you say, oh, Nick, you do know you're a Christian, right? You know you're not supposed to speak this way about other groups of people, right? He's like, well, those two things aren't conflated. They're using our religion against us to make us weak. No. If you believe God created all humans equal, you can't be racist by default. You have to surrender your racism by default. Literally, you cannot be racist if you are a believer in God. It's just like, you gotta pick a God. Like, you gotta pick like the white supremacy God or something. But you can't be a Muslim. Well, actually, there are some hadiths that talk ill of black people. But generally speaking, the Quran doesn't really say anything about race. You can't be a Muslim or a Christian or even a Jew and be a racist. Like, it makes no sense to me. And it's crazy because Sneako openly associates with Nick, who is a Catholic, and constantly talk shit about black people. And it was funny to Sneako. It was funny. It was cool. I remember Sneako released a TikTok saying that black people are ignorant and only have dreads and rap music. And it's like, okay, like, if you're going to make commentary like that, that's fine. That's your First Amendment right. But when people start attacking Haitians, who are also black, by the way, it's like, now all of a sudden you found morality. Now all of a sudden you're against racism. Make it make sense. Now I'm about to read this Andrew Tate tweet to y'all. This is the craziest tweet I done seen this nigga tweet in my life. This is crazy. Here's what Tate said. This man said, I am half black and half white. Let me confirm something. Race is real. It's super real. I can literally turn my black side or white side on, like choosing a different video game character depending on the situation. Whatever is more advantageous at the time. I could be white in the courtroom, I'm not reading that, and N-word in jail. Notice how he says white for his white half, but this for his black half. He can't just say black. You trying to get me demonetized, Andrew Tate? Just say black. Why do you have to use that word to describe the other half of you? And the crazy part about it is Andrew Tate speaks so well of his father. He loves his father. Tate this, Tate that, Tate. He loves his father, who's black, by the way. And then he posts this. Like, why? Why? Now, if he said the C word and the N word, I could get behind that because it's like, okay, he's being fair. But this kind of just reeks of self-hatred. He says, I am a hybrid, the ultimate version of human. I don't think white nationalists believe that. I don't think they believe that mixed people are the pinnacle of humanity. I'm pretty sure they dread the idea of being mixed. You know what I mean? Like, this is insane to me. He says, I am a hybrid, the ultimate version of human. But most are not hybrid. Most are one or the other. The white supremacists who say race is everything are totally right. It is. Ignoring race spells the end of the white man, as their complex systems can easily be overloaded by brutality. White people disagree, court. Black people disagree, kill. January 6th clearly didn't happen. Stabbing is easier than suing. It's not right, but it's fast. It's quicker and more efficient. Efficiency wins in the end. White people systems work with white people. Suing only works when suing is the only option. Bottom line, ignore race at your peril. India is India because they're Indians. Norway is Norway because they're Norwegian. This ignores the millions of immigrants living in the West who don't behave like crazier members of their community in their home countries. Because, like, you can say India is India because of the Indians, but what about the millions of Indian people living in the Indian diaspora who bother nobody and do nothing to nobody? I'm missing something here. Norway is Norway because they're Norwegian. You can argue all day about where is better and where isn't, but that's the facts. As a white person, it must be brutally frustrating to see a huge percentage of white people betray their own. Also frustrating to see people come to white countries and shit on the natives all day. But perhaps you white people deserve it for allowing so many white traitors to encourage it. Traitors are the worst. They inspire your enemy. This is insanity. Here's the crazy part of the tweet. This. It's like, what am I reading, bro? I don't have a problem with European nations being majority European. I don't care. I don't, okay? Like, I don't really care for stuff like that. I'm not in the business of telling other people what to do. But this kind of language is just ridiculous. It is insane. The word racist has cucked the white man into surrendering their lands and women forever. The word racist has turned a large majority of whites into traitors. The white in me feels bad for you. The word I will not repeat in me is riding around with white women in Lambos. It is what it is, but race is real. Oh my God. Like, the problem, what I don't understand is, like, Andrew Tate is half black. I understand the word he chose to use, but we'll call him half black out of respect. Yo, Rashad, how much does your Lambo cost? I don't know. I'm not even a Lambo kind of guy. That's too low of a car. I need a tank. Like, if I'm riding around, like, I need some shit to where, like, I'm protected. You feel me? Like, I need a tank. I need a weapon. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm driving a weapon. I can't be over here, like, driving around in a fucking Lambo. Like, you know, I'm like, I'm not really a Lambo kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. I would buy it for someone else if I had the money. Like, I'd give it, like, as a gift to someone. But I would never drive a Lambo personally. It's not even possible, bro. Never. Never, ever, ever. I would get a truck for, like, hunting. I would get, like, a truck so I could hunt and fish and stuff like that. But I could never see myself driving around in a Lambo. But the fact that he equates being a black man with driving around in a Lambo, that's an interesting one. I didn't know we had it like that. Where's my shit at? Where's mine? Who is Andrew Tate speaking to where he just has automatic access to a Lambo? I didn't get a Lambo. If he's half black and he has a Lambo and I'm full black and I don't have one, explain this one to me. I'm not understanding my lack of a Lamborghini. He says, I'm actually your brown friend. Okay, you can't sit there and tell these people that the presence of non-white is going to destroy their country, but simultaneously call yourself their friend. You can't have both. You're either their friend or you're not. But like, well, you're actually not their friend. You're brown. Like, Andrew Tate, you're mixed. By default, you cannot be the friend of a white supremacist or a white nationalist. You can be a friend of white people, but you can't be a friend of white nationalists. You can't have both, bro. You can't have both. And it's the self-hatred, bro. It's the self-hatred. It's just the ridiculousness of it. It's not even an issue of bringing in people of certain races. It's the issue of bringing in just people in general without actually vetting them. Like, if you're going to bring in people of lower education, right? Vetting them, figuring out what their history is like in their home country, what kind of jobs they held, stuff like that, how they can contribute to your economy. That's important. When you're bringing in migrants, obviously, especially from war-torn countries, you can end up with problems. But the idea that it's because they're from a specific country, like, Sikhs are some of the most chill immigrants. Nigerians are some of the most, like, hard-working Caribbean people, some of the most hard-working immigrants. Like, really, most immigrants in general, because they're specifically picked for education levels, employment history. The idea that if you just bring in people of a certain color, it's the end is just not true. But the thing that actually makes me laugh about this is the fact that, like, Sneako is bent out of shape about this. He's bent out of shape, and it's like, bro, I've watched Sneako for the last year talk the utmost amount of shit about black people from America. And it's like, well, if you're gonna do that, you can't then get mad when MAGA and Trump and white supremacy is now attacking Haitians. You can't have it both ways. The racism was cool until they turned it on the group that I belong to. And the fun thing about Sneako is Sneako's not even visibly Haitian. He's probably like quarter Haitian. So it's like, for him to be bent out of shape like this, he needs to actually pick a position and stay there. But the beef gets worse. So Andrew Tate says, Sneako, I stopped talking to you years ago for a reason. So now they're publicly acknowledging the beef. Now they're publicly acknowledging the fact that they do not mess with each other anymore. Which to me is like, I knew this was happening, but I didn't know when it would go public. But, I mean, bro, like, this is what Sneako gets, bro. Like, Sneako made a choice, bro. Sneako chose to associate with this side of the internet. And it's like, the biggest thing that I don't understand is, like, Sneako has nothing to gain from this 10 years from now. What are you going to do 10 years from now after all the racist statements you've made, the anti-Semitic statements you've made, the anti-black statements you've made, after years and years of engaging in misogyny and all of that? Where do you go 10 years from now? What is your future? What do you do? And it's really funny because, like, Sneako tried to copy Andrew Tate's lifestyle to a T. He wanted to have multiple baby mamas. He wanted to be rich. He wanted to do affiliate marketing to grow his platform. He wanted to be Muslim. He succeeded in doing that. Sneako did everything in his power to become Andrew Tate. And then Andrew Tate says this, I stopped talking to you years ago for a reason. It doesn't even feel like that long. It doesn't even feel like it was that long ago. It was only 2 years ago that these two, like, blew up. But it feels like it was just yesterday, you know? Maybe the years were the friends we made along the way, you know? But it's crazy to me. Like, Sneako actually thought that he could be like, okay, racism stops at my community. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The crazy thing that blew my mind was when Sneako was like, I need to have 10 baby mamas or else women won't respect me. And it's like, what? Bro, if you want to be rich, why would you have 10 baby mamas? Why not just pick one beautiful, devoted woman and have a kid with her and call it a day? Why would you want multiple baby moms? And the funny thing about Andrew Tate is it looked like Tate might actually be going to prison for real. And imagine going to prison, you got 10 kids by multiple baby, like, bro, Bro, who's gonna bro, multiple baby mamas, multiple kids, and you go into prison. And Sneako wants to be like this. This is what Sneako want to be like. Sneako don't be thinking, bro. He just be doing shit because Tate be doing it. Sneako does not think for himself, bro. It's whatever Andrew Tate does or whatever Andrew Tate says. Then it gets worse. Andrew Tate says, Sneako, yes, I ratioed you, but there's no need to bot 4,000 likes. I just saw it. That's gay as F. What could Sneako possibly do after this? His whole reality is just like shattering. It's literally just crashing around him. What could he possibly do at this point? Sneako literally embraced a different religion because of Andrew Tate. Which Andrew Tate could never make me embrace Islam. I don't think Andrew Tate takes Islam all that seriously. I look at the way Andrew Tate lives. He's living a pretty fun, exciting life. That man is not no devout Muslim. I just can't believe that. Lambos, mountain trips, baddies everywhere, expensive dinners. The most I probably think Tate does is like not eat pork. I just don't believe for 1 second that Andrew Tate's a devout Muslim. I just cannot believe that. I just don't. I'm just not buying it, bro. I'm just not buying it. But it's funny because Sneako was cool with the racism until it affected Haitians. And what's crazy is like Sneako seems to think that because Haitians are not Black American, that white supremacists are going to be cool with Haitians. That's not how that works. That's just not how that works at all. I don't know how Sneako didn't see this one coming. And apparently now he's anti-white supremacy, which is weird because he's been hanging around with Nick Fuentes this whole time. Now he's releasing content called When Idols Become Rivals and all kind of foolishness. And I'm just like, bro, what is this man talking about? Here's the funny thing as well. This ridiculous alliance between white nationalists and Muslims none of this stuff is going to last. If you were paying attention to politics in 2016, 2017, the biggest bully man of Western civilization was Muslim migrants. Does anyone remember the attacks in Nice, Cologne, the Charlie Hebdo, all of that? The biggest villain of white nationalism and right-wing politics in 2017 was Islam. Now they're pretending to be buddies today, but everyone knows they absolutely are not actually homeboys. How did Sneako not see this one coming? You're Asian? You know what's really crazy is I heard Sneako's actually Jewish. I heard Sneako is of Jewish descent. Sneako's apparently of, I think he's Filipino, Jewish, and Haitian. Like you can't write this stuff. Like you can't write it. He's not even normal white. He's like Jewish. Like, bro. Apparently, like, his dad is part Jewish or something. It's like, bro, you can't make this stuff up. You can't. You just can't, bro. And now he's trying to fight back. He posts a meme that says, "You dominated my race, made us become subservient to the society you now control." The white supremacist responds, "Because we're superior." Then the white supremacist is looking at a Jewish person and he's crying. So it's like he's trying to play the game of like, oh, you white nationalists are basically just like Black people who complain about white supremacy because you always complain about Jews. It didn't work. It didn't work. The cognitive dissonance, they doubled down in the chat. Jeez, look at this. What the Oh my God, bro. Then a Nick Fuentes fan said, "Stop eating our cats because Sneako's Haitian." Oh my goodness, bro. They're mad at him. They're mad at him. They're mad at Sneako for using their own logic against them. Like this is insanity at its purest, insanity at its finest. They are literally insane, and Sneako's trying his hardest to have it all. Like he wants to have it all. It's like, bro, you can't have it all. You absolutely cannot. Look, he's delusional, bro. This man says Islam could fix every predicament of the white replacement. The men could have 4 wives and 10 kids each. The women could ditch feminism for family. How can every man have 4 wives, Sneako? This is stupid. How can every dude just have 4 wives allocated? The women could ditch feminism for family. Alcohol, usury, gambling, drugs, the plagues of the middle class eradicated. So not, expensive groceries and housing, no. Drugs and vice. That's what's holding down the middle class. But Zionists brainwash them to think it's for terrorists. No, it's because Europeans have been beefing with Muslims for 1,000 years. Bro, and this is why I can't listen to anything Sneako says. And I ain't gonna lie, white people, y'all look crazy. The racist white people hating on blacks blows my mind. White people's longest, biggest op is 100% Muslims. If you read history, bro, white people have been consistently beefing with these Arabs and white folks. Like, beefing is just like a 1,000-year beef. The Crusades, all of the stuff these white supremacists love to brag about is tightly knitted with beefing with Muslims. Sneako actually thinks he can be, like, Muslims and white supremacists can be buddies. Look at the veins. I ain't gonna lie. He thinks they can be friends. Like thousands of years of Europeans and Arabs beefing over Christianity and Islam. Invasions of the Reconquista was 1,000 years of Spanish Christians fighting to kick out Muslim invaders. The Polish defending from, I believe, was it the Ottomans? I could be wrong about that. Charlemagne. I really want to be really careful with my history here. Charlemagne at the Battle of Tours. Like, what are we talking about? Vienna. I was wrong about that one. But yeah, like Charlemagne at the Battle of Tours. Like, what does Sneako know anything about anything? There is no reality in which white supremacy and Islam is bro. Really? Sneako. Think, bro. Think. He doesn't understand that bro. This is what happens, bro. Like, this is what happens. Sneako is just you can't help people like this, bro. You can't help someone like Sneako. You just can't. There's just nothing you can say.